Okay. Hi. Hold on. I'm so confused. Okay. Hi. Bible lady here. And I'm here because, well, I tried this a minute ago live and it was terrible because I didn't know what I was doing. Well, I should know what I was doing, but I didn't for some reason. Anyway, I'm back because this phone call bothers me. And it really bothers me. And I don't know why I'm having to stick up for the New Testament. I do not like the two new I do not like the New Testament, like, for any reason ever, and I hope I never have to read that shitty ass book again. But this lady, eh, like, she's purposely misunderstanding it or misleading this dude she's on the phone with. And I can't tell if he's believing her or if he's just assuaging her, if that's the word. That might be the word. Anyway, like making her feel better, like, yeah, I don't exactly know. But I do know that this aggravates me more than anything. And it is the reason I named my Bible God Said What? Because God did not say anything this lady is talking about. Because she's fucking insane. And I have no idea why people listen to people like her, like Jesus and God said this shit when they didn't. So then, like, they go around thinking Jesus said hurt kids when he very clearly said, if you hurt one of these little dudes, it's going to suck for you. Like, I don't know any other way to put it, but it's going to fucking suck for you. So, and like, she's, you'll see when we get into it because I can't keep my fucking mouth shut. So, come on, and I will pour you some keep other people alive juice. And I will smoke this joint with you. And I have cigarettes also. So let's get all this shit together and listen to what this crazy lady says, yeah? Wait, hold on. Maybe I should see if this even works. Okay, it is working. Okay. Where am I at in life? Hold on. I don't I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it just like that.
Time for this call. Goodbye. This is a call from and paid for by
JODI Hildebrandt.
an inmate at Purgatory Correctional Facility. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. If you don't wish to talk, hang up now. Thank you for using Telmate.
Are you there?
Yep, there you are.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the Lord says that first they'll lay their hands on you and
Right.
and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. And then he says, settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For
Okay. Oh, man. Okay. What? Just this lady. Oh, this lady. I can't. I can't with my soul right now because I'm telling you, she's thinking that these Bible verses are talking about her and people in her situation. No, no, it's most definitely not. Jesus said, when you talk about me, people are gonna fuck you up. If you start talking about me being electricity, people are gonna fuck you up. So be prepared for it and be happy about it that people are gonna fuck you up because that's how it is, yo.
For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay or resist. And you know what gainsay means?
That's why the fuck you pled guilty though, right?
Wow.
So then he says, and ye shall be betrayed by both parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what's going on.
No,
And some of you shall
no,
be caused
no,
to be
it's
put to
not.
death,
No, it's not.
and
No,
you
it's
shall be
not.
hated.
Look. She thinks that people are mean to her because Jesus. She thinks people threw her in jail because Jesus. Ma'am, that's not why you're in jail. That is not why she's in jail. And hi, sorry I didn't see you. Please don't be upset. But hi. But I do not know why this lady thinks she's in jail because Jesus. Because no, she's not. This bitch is insane.
By all men for my name's sake. And then he goes on to say, you know, and I've read that before, but like I've never been in prison.
That's because you've never read the Bible before. You've never read that before because you've never read the Bible before. People don't know Jesus didn't say the shit you're spouting out of your mouth because they never read the Bible before. People have no idea you're so full of crap because they never read the Bible before. And you're teaching this man the Bible like it fucking means what you're saying. No, it doesn't. See, this is why I named my Bible God said what? Because he did not say that.
But I just read that. I just wept. I mean, the spirit was like, he just said, "This is you."
Yeah.
I read in Mark. So that was in Luke, and I read in Mark the same kind of thing, you know, because the Gospels they wrote similarly. So he said, "Now the brother shall betray the brother to death, and the father the son, like the father will betray the son, and the children shall rise up against their parents and shall cause them to be put to death."
Look, when Jesus was saying that, let me tell you, because I thought this was hilarious. Jesus said that in the context of, I'm about to come and fuck shit up. Everybody's gonna hate everybody, and it's gonna be great. And you are gonna love it. And they're gonna hate you because of me. It's not, well, everybody's gonna hate Jesus because he said hurt children. No, that is not what he said. Again, this is why I named my Bible that, because he did not say that. This is so, look, if when, oh God, I don't ever want to read this again. But I'm telling you, Jesus said, everything is going to suck and everybody's going to hate everybody and you're going to love it. It's going to be a good time.
That statement right there is what's going on with me.
No, it's
Children
not.
shall rise up and put their parents to death, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
She said it right there. It's all going to happen for my name's sake because of Jesus, not because you hurt children. They're going to hate you because of Jesus, not because JODI hurt children.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably cried for an hour straight. Just everything clicked. And I said,
Wow.
I'm happy to go to prison. Because if you continue to read the rest of the chapter, he's like, be grateful. If you're in this situation, be grateful because you're
grateful.
And
because you're suffering for Christ, not because you're sad you're in jail because you got caught hurting children. That this lady is so wrong, and I really feel bad that people hate Jesus because of shit like this. God did not say this. This is bad.
Wow.
You will be saved. And
wow. Yeah, that's quite experience to read that from your perspective right now. Wow.
Well, I have just been begging him, like, you've got to explain this to me. Like, I cannot logically figure out what's going on here.
She cannot look. She cannot figure out she's in jail because she hurt children. She can't figure out that's why she's in jail. There's really no other reason. I recommend, if you don't know this case, you should look it up because this shit is fucking insane. No lie. It's insane.
And that's it. That's what's going on. And the
Yeah.
I mean, when I feel the spirit, I have two physiological reactions. I get really like shaky, like I'm shivering, like I'm cold, or I feel heat, like I have a fever.
She has diabetes and hot flashes. Diabetes and hot flashes.
Untrue me.
Yeah. Wow.
She's
was
giving me an aneurysm.
Like burning up. It felt like I was burning up. And I was just shaking with
It's called
gratitude.
hot
Like,
flashes.
here's
Wow.
your answer. Here's what this
Yep.
is.
That's super cool.
And
That's pretty neat. Okay. Pretty neat how that works, how the scriptures can do that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, like I said, I have probably every single day just been, trying to logic, trying to understand, trying to be humble, trying to say,
yeah, sure. Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're living a puzzle, trying to put the pieces together. Yeah.
And in Peter, First Peter, I don't have this one written down. I kind of wrote the other stuff down, so I took it down to the phone. But in First Peter, chapter 4, between verses 12 and 19.
Okay, we're gonna look this up. Okay, we're gonna see if Peter, who I dislike so much, we'll see if Peter vindicates this crazy ass lady. So hold on. It's First Peter 4, 12 through 19, right? That's what she said. Man, I need to put some baby powder on my Bible so to get it unstuck. Let me stick it. First Peter 4. Okay. 12 through 19. Okay. So it starts. Beloved, do not think it strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you. But rejoice to the extent that you partake of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory is revealed, you may also be glad with exceeding joy. If you are reproached for the name of Christ, blessed are you, for the Spirit of glory and God rests on you. On their part, he is blasphemed. On your part, he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, thief, evildoer, or as a busybody in other people's matters. Yet, if anybody suffers as a Christian, let him be not ashamed, but let him glorify God in this matter. This has nothing, like absolutely not a fucking thing to do with this lady or why she's in jail. Because I'm telling you what, Christ would have never in his life been okay with this lady doing this to these kids. And he sure as the fuck would have not have let her do it in his name. He would have called her out in public, in front of everyone. And he would have talked so much shit. And he would have been the one to tell on her for having those kids in that closet safe thing. Look, I'm telling you what, God and Jesus did not say what this lady's saying they said. And it's fucking horrible that they're putting, look, I am on God's side of this whole mess because God did not say that. I don't care for Christians, right? I got an issue. That's why my cave looks this way. But I just want to say, most of them have a big issue with this as well, because this is not what Jesus said. And I admire that. And it, Jesus would not have been okay with this. And he was not saying these verses to vindicate this lady of this BS. And like, it's not, somebody needs, look, Jesus is not okay with this. And these verses were talking about people who were claiming Jesus in the time where you could not claim Jesus, in the places you could not claim Jesus. You were going to go to jail for that. And he said, be glad about it because you're doing a good job. If they hate you, you're doing it right.
I can't remember exactly how he says it, but he's like, when you have something happen to you and it just feels like it's random, it's not random. Like this is intentional. You're it's not just some crazy act of events that's going on. This is like intentional. And that First Peter chapter 4 was another one of the footnotes to refer to, that reinforced all this other stuff. I'm like, oh, wow. This is just some crazy random event. This has purpose. And then I connected it to my blessing, because my blessing I've been reading like several times a day. And the blessing is pretty clear. The first paragraph of it says, these are words directly to you from your Heavenly Father. And according to your faith and diligence, they'll either be a comfort to you or they won't be. So it's however much diligence and faith you want to put in them. And then the next paragraph talks about, it says, you are a special spirit, chosen and reserved for these last days and sent forth to the earth in great clouds of glory.
Who the fuck told her this? What? No. Oh, there's going to be a cloud, all right. It's going to be billowing smoke. This lady.
To share the gospel and prepare the people for the return of the Savior. And it says, one of the reasons you were sent here is to share the gospel. The strongest message you will ever teach is the power of your example.
Okay, it feels like these things are written like fortune cookies. Like there's a building that does nothing but print out these blessings that are given to random people. Like, like if you just say you are amazing, here your lucky numbers are 7, 5, and 12. You know what I mean? Like, who told this lady this?
Then he says, through the power of your example in the spoken word, or no, he says, your tongue will be loosed, and you will be able to teach the gospel in far and distant nations. And then he says, through the power of your example and the spoken word, you will be a great tool in the hand of the Lord in teaching the gospel to many. So the whole paragraph about an example,
You know what I'm
example,
saying?
example.
This
I'm
has
like,
to be read
what's
like
a better example than to go to prison
just
just
random.
and then go teach the gospel? Go teach the gospel. Like,
Yeah.
plan on doing.
Yeah, and that,
Maybe
that's
you were
super
going to be
cool
the
that
reason
lady
people
that's
actually
Jewish that you've met, and
Yeah,
maybe
you know,
that's what it is.
what a neat thing.
yeah.
Be able to share with her. And,
Begging God, like, please help me understand why I'm in this. Like, this doesn't make
Because
any
you
sense.
heard kids.
And he gave me some information yesterday, and then today really sealed it with some scriptures that I'd love to share it with you.
yeah, go ahead. You got it there.
I'm reading the Articles of Faith by Talmage. This is an excellent
book.
I think everybody should read this book.
Yep, I've read that one. That's pretty deep read in some regards.
It is. It hits all the principles, with a lot of clarity. So I've got a woman that's interested in the church, so I've been reading some of this to her as well. So she's
cool.
a Jew, and both her parents are from Jerusalem.
Really?
Yeah. And she's like,
oh, that's cool.
I believe that Jesus is the Christ, and it's great. So this book is yours.
Wow, that's neat.
It's like the Bible and the Book of Mormon at the same time.
I thought he said he read it.
That's cool.
So
he's not even paying attention.
So there's a section he's talking about the second coming, and I'm coming from this place of I was just getting ready to move, and all of a sudden I ended up in prison. Like what the world?
Yeah.
And one day you'll know all the details, and it'll all make sense. But if I could talk over here,
right.
It's the Lord talking to the disciples. They asked him, like, when shall these things be? Like, when are these things going to come to pass? And so he starts talking about the last days. And he says that nation shall war against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And then he goes, but before all these that he just talked about, they shall lay their hands on you. Now, I have been praying for 5 months, like, explain this to me, like, what is going on? Like, I'm willing to go there, but please let me go right side up. Like
no, you should go
because you want me to be there, then great. I will not resist it at all, but please help me understand. So I read this morning, and I just wept and just thanked him and thanked him because it just all click. So he says, but before all these things, nation rising against nation, they shall lay their hands on you. And I'm like,
like, oh my goodness.
Prosecute you.
Yeah, but you're guilty.
You have 1 minute remaining for this call.
Guilty.
Yeah, call me back.
You hear that? Okay.
Yeah, call me back.
It's a trial.
John J. Walton presiding.
Okay, well, I hate that phone call. And this was the whole point, was because that phone call was highly offensive. Because I have such a hard time because I don't even like the New Testament, but not even the New Testament is okay with anything this lady is talking about. And like, I don't know. It's like, man. But and like she even said it in her phone call. I never read that before because nobody ever reads it. They just read what's pointed out to them by people they think it's smarter than them. And it's like, yeah, but none of that even means anything because it's all out of context. Everybody uses the New Testament out of context because it doesn't go along with what they thought or what they think. And it's bullshit, and I dislike it a whole lot. I do. And I don't think it's right, and I don't think it's fair. Because I think if you're gonna dislike God and you're gonna dislike Jesus, it should be for something you think, not for what someone else thought that it said. Like, why don't you find out for yourself? Just like that First Peter chapter 4, verse 12 through 19. She was using that to justify what she was doing to those kids. But we just read it right here live, and it has nothing to do with that. And it's highly aggravating because people don't do that. And they should. And then they would really know what God said. And then I wouldn't have to name my Bible, God said what. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to tell you, learn word magic because it's so important. Because then you can fight people like this crazy ass witch. Learn word magic and then keep your head up and your mouth moving. And remember, I love you.